guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Meg. I lost 70 pounds at the age of 53. I don't count calories and I have more energy and vitality than I had before. Today, we're going to make some ranch dressing. That's right, dairy-free, oil-free, delicious goodness, low in fat ranch dressing. So come on, let me show you how to do it. So let's gather up the ingredients. And by the way, I will have links to these ingredients below so you can literally order them and have them at your door within a day or two, maybe even today. You're gonna go with the garlic powder, onion powder, dried parsley, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, salt. If you're salt-free, you can use Benson's Table Tasty. It is fabulous. There's also some at the store you can buy that are salt-free. Then we're also going to do a little bit of dill, some fresh dill. And you're gonna need some soy milk for this one. And that's it. And then your trusty blender, okay? So let's get started in the process. First, you're going to do 1 cup of soy milk. And we're going to actually curdle it. So to get like a buttermilk, you need to curdle it. That's where the apple cider vinegar comes in. I'm gonna use a tablespoon of that. You just pour it in there, and this is how you make your own buttermilk. Vegan buttermilk, plant-based buttermilk. So you just let it sit in there for about 5 to 10 minutes. I think we've let it curdle enough. Curdle, curdle. Turtle, turtle, curdle, curdle. So we're gonna pour this into our, this is like my individual blender cup, but if you have a Vitamix, that'll be perfect, or your blender as well. I'm gonna use this one, okay? Looks like buttermilk to me. Now we're gonna put the ingredients in. This is so exciting, you guys. I love ranch dressing. That was definitely something when I went plant-based, I thought, well, what the heck? What am I gonna do for my ranch dressing? So for a long time, I didn't have any. We didn't use any. But then I discovered that almost anything can be made plant-based. You just need to be curious, do some experimenting, and find a recipe you're happy with. You know, just tweak it until you get it right. We're gonna put, this is, I can't talk. This one is garlic powder. So we're putting in some garlic powder. And I don't know if you noticed my fancy little holders of powders and spices, but these were used for soft hard-boiled eggs or soft eggs. Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
You might recognize them. You might have some yourself. They're for soft-boiled eggs. Well, we don't eat eggs anymore. We haven't eaten an egg in 4 years. And they're super cute. So I thought, hey, why not put my spices in them? So when I measure out the spices, I put them in here. You know, you can never have enough little tiny cute containers. Next, we're going to put in, this is onion powder. So we're putting that in. And then we're going to put some parsley in. There we go. So we're putting the parsley in, but for you, put the parsley in after, okay? So, oopsie, it'll still taste great. Then we're gonna put the lemon juice in, and we're going to put some salt or Benson's Table Tasty in there. All right, I think that's it. This is so easy, right? This is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now we're going to put the blade on. You know, the thing about dairy is I don't miss the inflammation. I don't know if you guys know this, but I had rosacea pretty bad. I had given up on losing weight. And what really led me to this lifestyle, I went to my dermatologist and she prescribed a couple of prescriptions, you know, a couple of heavy duty drugs to help with the rosacea. And for whatever reason, I mean, she is a fabulous dermatologist, but it just didn't sit right with me because I was already on high blood pressure medication. I was just feeling beaten up, just like nothing ever worked. I spent so much money, time, energy on diets where I just felt lied to or they weren't sustainable. So when I left the doctor's office, I'm not kidding you, it kind of was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was feeling so defeated and just meh, right? Just like, this is just ridiculous. I had already given up on losing weight. I don't know if you know that, but I had already decided I was going to be obese. This was my lot in life, over 50, going through menopause. Forget about it. There is no way I could lose weight. And so that's what I was thinking. Plus my energy level was so low. I had hot flashes. So I just felt like I was breaking down. I felt like a mess. But when I left that doctor's office, something inside of me said no. So what did I do? I went home and I Googled how to naturally cure rosacea. Guess what happened? A YouTube video came on and I watched it. It was an hour long. I'd never heard of such a thing. Plant-based diet could cure skin issues. I thought, hey, okay. And this doctor was adamant that what you eat affects your organs internally and externally. Remember, your skin is your largest organ. And that it was a light bulb moment. I don't know how else to describe it. And I just thought, okay, I will try this. I really pushed out of my mind that I couldn't have enchiladas anymore. I couldn't have cheese. Pepperoni cheese pizza was my favorite. I could eat a whole one. And I just pushed that out of my mind, and just said, you know what? I'm gonna do this for 1 week. I'm gonna show these crazy, kooky doctors and nutritionists. They're telling me all I need are plants and this will solve my issues, right? So I said, okay. So I did. I jumped in with both feet. I went to Powell's bookstore. That's my local bookstore because I was too impatient to wait for this book in the mail. It's called The Starch Solution. There's a link below. Absolutely buy this book. And what happened was I bought it and I also bought it on audio because I wanted to listen to it while looking at it. And really, your brain retains 25% more of that information if you blast it both those ways. Anyway, I digress. But what I'm trying to tell you is I did it. I let go of my preconceived notions and it changed my life. So I am not here to sell you a bag of goods that just is BS, okay? This changed my life and this is why I am so passionate. And I went down the rabbit hole. I don't even know how many books I've read, how many podcasts I've listened to, how many studies, double-blind studies I've looked at. I can't even tell you. I couldn't get or drink the information in enough. And I would spend 8 to 10 hours a day back then. Back then I wasn't working a corporate job, but I just doubled down. And what happened that first week when I went 100% in, I felt better. And it was the first time in a long time where I wasn't starving. It was pretty effortless. Yes, I had to do the shopping ahead of time. I had to purge my house of things that were tempting because if it's in your house, it's in your mouth, okay? There's ways around it because if you have people in your life that don't want to go plant-based, we can talk about that. But what I'm saying is this worked. And it worked so well, I wasn't hungry. I felt pretty good. It was a little strange because I wasn't used to eating so many starches, complex carbohydrate. There's a big difference, and giving up all the processed foods. But I thought, let's do it. And after that week, my face was less itchy, and I lost 3 pounds. Now, I'm sure most of that was water weight, but who cares? I'll take it. It fueled me. It put me in a great position. So I turned that week into another week. And then I felt good, lost another 2 pounds, and I kept going. And I told myself this was not forever. I said, we're gonna do it 1 week at a time. We're gonna do it 1 day at a time. We're gonna do it 1 hour at a time. And that's how I did it. There's more to the story, obviously, but I'm just trying to explain to you, there is hope. You can do this and you will feel so much better. And guess what? I got off high blood pressure medication. I lost 70 pounds. My rosacea went away without medication. And part of it is getting dairy out of your life. Dairy is so inflammatory. Oh my gosh. There's so much about dairy that is not good for you. And we don't even need it. You can get your calcium through sesame seeds, through broccoli. You can get your calcium 1,000 different ways. You do not need calcium from cow's milk, okay? We've been sold a bill of goods. It's $1 billion industry. They're probably gonna come after me, but I'm telling you, you don't need it. You don't need it, and if you wanna feel as good as I feel and get all your numbers in order, stick with me. This works. And the other thing I want to tell you about this also is that it tastes great. Once you get your liquid cheese sauce down, once you get your hard cheeses down, once you get your ranch dressings, your fettuccine alfredo, all of these things where you can make it plant-based, you can make it low-fat, you can make it taste delicious. Let's go! It makes me so happy. So, sorry, let me step off my soapbox here, but it's important for you guys to know this. It's important for me because I feel like I need to pay it forward because I didn't know any of this 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago. I had no clue. And so I learned along the way, and I really am my own science experiment. I used myself to see if this works, right? Proofs in the potato. Proofs in the plant-based ranch dressing. All right, let's go. Let's make this deliciousness. It just takes a couple of zings to get it bling bling. Oh, the other thing too is you can add a little pepper in here. Let's see here. Okay, so now you can really, this is where you can ad lib. You can put however much. This is fresh dill. And if you don't have fresh dill, just put dried dill in, okay? Don't beat yourself up over this. All right, so I put some fresh dill in, probably like maybe a tablespoon. The last and final step is you're gonna add a tablespoon of agar powder. Say that fast, agar. Nice to meet you, agar. This is the agar powder. Again, all of these ingredients, I'll have links below. These are my affiliate links, so you can just pop on there, get the ingredients, or if you're so inclined, just go to the store and get it. I don't think they sell agar at every store. Some specialty stores they do, but you can also get it on Amazon. It's a thickening agent. You know, you want that buttermilk ranch, right? Put that in there. And yes, we have our tiny whisk. Thank heavens for the tiny whisk. Let's whisk again like we did last summer. Oh yeah, let's whisk again like we did last year. And then after you do this, you can put it in the fridge for like about a half hour. Get it chilled. Delicious. I'm gonna put some more dill in here. All right. One time I made this and I put the dill in before I blended, and I didn't even realize I did that. And after I blended it, it looked like shamrock green in color. It was so funny. It still tasted great, but it was kind of odd to see it. I'm going heavy on the dill. I love dill so much. I'm just a dill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. So now I'm gonna show you what I do, some of the things with the ranch. Of course, ranch on a salad is delicious, but let's pour some of it into my little bowl here. My little bowl. What I'm going to do is I've cut up some of these cuties. I'm sorry.
Sweeties.
I know what you're thinking.
Old person
Diary
talk.
of the Word.
Yeah.
Kid. Okay, so I've cut up some of these sweeties. These are just the little bell peppers that they sell at the grocery store in a bag. And they also sell them at Costco. They're so delicious, but look at this. So we just dip them in the ranch dressing. Nobody's the wiser. Nobody gets hurt on this because This is just deliciousness, and it's all plant-based. Oh my gosh. Stop the presses. This needs to be posted on every newspaper. Delicious. Let me turn it around so I'm not double dipping. That is so good. That's delicious. I mean, what a great snack, right? You have some of this in your fridge in the afternoon, whatever. You can set out a whole bunch of vegetables. Nobody knows the difference. The next thing I'm gonna do is, of course, you know my favorite, potatoes. Well, you know that I make a bowl full of potatoes probably every other day, depending on how fast we go through them. I make a bunch of potatoes in the Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can boil them on the stove, same thing. You take them out, put them in your fridge, you cool them off. You might not know this, but by cooling them off in the fridge, first of all, it locks in the moisture, so they're that much better to work with the next day when you heat them up. But also, by cooling them off, you take away 50% of the glycemic load. That's right. So by cooling them off in the fridge, even if you heat them up later for mashed potatoes or for French fries, or for, I love to make the smash ones. If you haven't seen that video, it's so good, where you smash them and then eat them. They're crispy, smashed air fryer potatoes. Or if you want to do, I do this all the time, where I'll just take a couple of these, I'll just open them up like that. I'll put salsa, date barbecue sauce on it. But what I'm gonna do right now is another favorite, ranch. Ranch on my potatoes. Oh yeah. Look at that goodness. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper on there too. There's so many different things you can do. Just be creative with this, but look at this. This is the most satiating deliciousness. Love it. Let's give it a little try. I wish you could be tasting this with me, but you can. Go make it. Oh my gosh, this is so good. The spices, the flavor, the texture. Oh my gosh, the dill, so good. It's a little bit surprising, but 80% of you don't subscribe to this channel. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like, and ring the bell. So that way you will always know when a new video drops. And let me tell you, you're not gonna wanna miss what's coming up. The other thing that I would be honored to be your coach, give you one-on-one, come join me. Join our 28-day reboot program. This is where like-minded people, we give you specific tools to help you reach your goals, and also some private, in-community live sessions for 4 weeks. So check it out at my Stan store, that's STAN store. I also have a free ChatGPT giveaway. Please go there and sign up. It's just like having Meg in the kitchen. I will help you with your recipes. Also, I have, if you want a more intimate experience, come join my school community. That's SKOOL. That is where I go every single day. I post the adventures of my day. Some of them aren't as adventurous as I like, but it's real. And you will all be able to relate. And I want to hear what you're doing and what your story is, okay? I'm happy to share this and pay it forward. So come join school and let's go. Let's stay starchy, my friends. And Ranch, you glad you found this channel? Let's go.